Hello internets, welcome back to the Waifus. I'm Sefhi, and today we have another worst gacha ever video talking about Astra Knights of Veda. This is a game that I was super excited for, me, my friends, and the community, because you can do co-op basically since the first mission all the way into the last one. So that's pretty cool. But is the game good enough just because of that? In my opinion, no, not really. The game has a lot of issues, and I want to talk about them. So before we start, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to help me grow the channel. And we're going to be dividing this video in multiple sections, as we usually do with worst gacha ever. So we'll go over gameplay, art, the community, the company, the shop, the gacha, everything that you can expect from a gacha review, right? Because at the end of the day, all of those factors matter for a gacha. If it was a normal game, a lot of things do not matter. We're going to be talking about all of that, starting with the most important part, which is the gameplay itself. Even though, in my opinion, the most important part for absolutely any gacha is the gacha itself, but let's talk about gameplay. So gameplay, it's simple, but it's good enough. There is auto, but the auto is trash. So auto will not clear anything for you. I'm gonna leave auto though, so you guys can see how it plays. Also, something that I really like is that this game has a lot of cinematics. It's fully voiced, a lot of cinematics. It's not the usual visual novel where you just have two characters or two PNGs talking to each other. And I assume this is the reason why this game took 7 years to develop. Now, I'm gonna be honest, that's not an excuse to take 7 years to develop the game. Because the problem with taking 7 years to develop the game is that you will see that it has systems that look like they are from 2017, 2018, instead of 2024. You cannot really expect to compete in today's current gacha market with something like that, right? So for example, stamina systems, force PvP, because the good rewards are behind PvP, and a lot of other stuff that we're gonna be checking in a second. So gameplay, let me remove auto, super simple, right? You have your level, you have your basic attack, you have your hard attack, which is a block depending on the character, you have your E skill, you have your dodge, and you have your ultimate. That is the combat itself. You have up to 4 characters, and characters are quite unique. Sadly, most of the SSRs are gonna be hard to get because this game, gacha, and you will see it in a second, it's pitiful, it's awful. Most games really think they can compete with MiHoYo. You can't. And that's not the problem or me being an asshole. That's the reality. MiHoYo has its own league of its own, right? When it comes to gacha games. It's like Blizzard when they were at its prime with MMO games. So you cannot really compete with them. Why would you try to copy them on absolutely everything you do? And in order to understand what I'm saying this, let me exit gameplay. This is gameplay. Again, there is nothing more when it comes to the gameplay itself. It's always the same style, a lot of different maps, a lot of cool bosses. That's my favorite part. And also you can do everything in co-op. So I can just go and invite my friends to do co-op if they were online, because these people are from America. And I'm from Europe. So you can invite your friends and do co-op for absolutely everything. You can also invite random people or get random invites. So let's talk about why this game is trying to copy Genshin, and then we'll talk about a little bit of the rewards, the currency that you can get, the shop, and the gacha, because I think it's pretty important. But before those two things, let's go into the interface. So you will see a lot of interfaces that are similar to Genshin, but a lot worse. So this is, once again, a 2017 interface. It's not the worst part of the game. I don't think it's the biggest issue the game has. But if we go to the gacha, you can clearly see where are they taking all of their inspiration. And this was already something that people were noticing in the last beta, that this was like, you know, literally Hoyo gacha in here. You have the same button, similar currency. So when it comes to the interface and a lot of the things they're doing, it's Hoyo. It's literally trying to copy that formula. But the reality is you cannot copy that formula because you are not them. Now, graphics wise, like I was saying, the interface, it's awful. I do not like it at all. It reminds me of the 2010 games. And some people will not mind it because this is a game, you know, taking inspiration from, of course, Dragon Blaze and Dragon's Crown. In fact, it's a sequel. I don't remember. The developers were talking about this. They are the developers of Dragon's Crown, if I remember correctly. And I'm pretty sure it's a sequel, and you can see the art style reflected in that. The art is amazing. I love it. The cutscenes, even the cutscenes, are pretty good. In terms of the art department, the only thing I will be missing is actual burst animations, so actual ultimate animations, not only the splash character in the screen, and that's it. Since, you know, this is a game that's trying to sell you on the beautiful art, but then when it comes to the actual ultimates, there is no animation. It's a little bit of a letdown. But that said though, gameplay and interface or graphics is not my problem. That I do actually like. My problem with this game, and why most likely we're not going to be playing this in more than a week, is the gacha and the shop. So let's go talk about the gacha, the shop, and the rewards you are getting. Now let's start with the gacha and the rewards you get for pre-registering and playing the game. The pre-registration rewards are 6 singles. If you were to create an account right now, I think you will get 8 singles instead of 6. Not even a multi, right? Not even a multi. There is no character for free, or there is not like even a weapon for free. There's nothing. It's just 8 singles that you can get. Now, there is also your usual login calendar here, which gives you some currency. It's not good, not bad. I would expect more from a game like this. I'm gonna be honest. The login calendar, on the other hand, oh, this is an invite for co-op. The login calendar, on the other hand, it's pretty decent, I would say. You're getting a normal multi, you're getting a good multi, you're getting a weapon selector, and you're also getting a random legendary knight if you play for a month. So that is actually pretty nice, right? You're getting a random character, even though it's not a selector, and you're getting 2 multis and a weapon selector. So why you don't like the gacha Sefhi? It seems like it's semi-generous with its rewards, and it's actually not bad even for campaign. Campaign will give you, as you can see, 40, 80, and 120. But the difference with most gachas is that you can repeat every chapter of campaign up to 10 times, and you will get the full amount of rewards once again. I think that is amazing. The issue, however, is that it's not enough to compensate for the 0.6%. And this is once again trying to be mihoyo. This is a 0.6 weapon includes, which means it's even worse for an actual character. Actually, this is the rate up character, so let me go here. 0.6%, and as you can see, it's going to be divided on the 5 stars between the weapons and the characters. It's a 0.0375% per character, and there is also, of course, some weapons if we come here. The weapons do have a lower chance, but that, in my opinion, doesn't justify it. It's a pain in the ass. PT is at 90, and then you will get a random character, I'm pretty sure, and then PT on the rate up character is also at 90. Now, here is the thing, again, you can have a generous gacha and survive for a lot of years, right? You don't have to go with the 0.6% 90 PT copy to a T, the basic gachas out there, and expect people to like it and expect people to not complain, because what you have to offer is a lot less than what other gachas have to offer, and that I do not like. I'm going to do a multi so you guys can see the animation. Perfect, we can do a multi. So this is the animation for the gacha. It's actually pretty decent, right? You get your tavern that you can summon depending on the glow of the eye right here. You know if it's an SR or an SSR. So we got an actually SR. There is also a spook. I do not know how you can expect the spook. As you can see, we got a brother as expected. From the brother, we have only gotten so far either lollies or brothers. I hate myself. We got the dupe for Leon. Every time you get a new character, you get a single, and dupes are, of course, powerful. Dupes will make some characters really, really strong. Now, why this is important, Sefhi? It's mostly a PvE game? No, it's not. There is an arena that actually have a lot of rewards tied behind the arena. And as you can expect from PvP in a gacha, it's not balanced. You can get people that will one-shot you and kill you with the strongest characters, while you get completely obliterated if you're trying to just play with whatever the game gave you, right? It is unfair. And there is 1 versus 1, 2 versus 2, 3 versus 3, and I believe there's up to 4 versus 4 at some point they're adding that. I don't know. So again, I do not like PvP in gachas. I hate it. It's never balanced, even though this game is even a little bit more fun since it's real time. The problem with the real time fighting anyway is that it doesn't matter if it's a little bit more fun than seeing Chivis fighting Nike when I get a well with 3 characters completely, full of dupes, and I get my 2 characters that are just, chilling. So in that regard, I really do not like it. So let's talk about the shop prices and what you can expect from this. There is a couple of things. As usual, there is the monthly card, which is once again similar to a Welkin. You will get your daily star stones, which is the currency to spend, and you get 300 rubies that you can exchange for more star stones. Now, my problem with the shop, and there is a lot of things that I do not like. So first of all is the hero asset. This is a 5-star character. You might be thinking, oh, a 5-star character for 50 bucks, 45, okay, could be worse. It's a random character. You're paying 50 bucks for a random 5-star character, meaning imagine you are paying for this and you just started playing the game, but you just got the character and you pay 50 bucks and you get the same character you just got in the gacha. Amazing $50 spent. So I do not like that. Then you also have this one, which, funny enough, it is a selector. For the weapons, they do selectors, even though it's $100 instead of 50, but it is a selector compared to this one. Every time you also get a character, you will get one of these offers. For $27, you get all of these incredible materials to level up your character to max. And of course, you can do this for every character you get or buy it here. The only good offer in here is this one where you get a multi for 8 bucks. Now, what else can you buy in this game? Of course, you'll get plenty of normal offers, but the ones I want to showcase are 2 of them. So first of all, rubies. A multi is going to be netting you more or less $30 depending on what you're doing. And also the battle pass. The battle pass is one of the worst battle pass I've seen in a while, right? So let me actually showcase the battle pass because it is here, the reward decree. The reward decree is the battle pass for this game. This battle pass is giving you in total 7 singles for 10 bucks. You also get a weapon selector, SR weapon selector. If you spend $20, you just get more credits and you also get some icons. That's literally nothing else. So some icons, you get the same rewards on both battle passes no matter what you want. And the only thing that you will be getting from this is not a character, not a skin, not enough pulls, it's materials. That's what you're getting, right? Materials and also a weapon selector, 4-star weapon selector. So I just don't understand. A lot of gachas give you a skin, even Nike. Even if the skins in Nike are not that great, right? Because you don't get a new burst animation. At least you get a skin, you get at least 2 molds, and you're getting 20 to 25 pulls. And then depending on the battle pass, it's going to be advanced or normal ones or mixed. So I just don't see how this game is really trying to survive in the current marketplace that we have for gachas. There is too many good games coming out. There is a lot of gachas this year that is going to be really big, right? Starting with Wuthering Waves in a month and a half is coming out. A lot of anime gachas coming out, including solo leveling as well. And a lot of anime gachas that we weren't expecting they were going to be this big, but they have a massive IPs. We're also getting the new Azur Lane game, that is the PAL World with gacha. We're getting Enfield, CCC. Like, there is so many gachas coming out this year that if you really think you can compete just because of your gameplay with awful rates, you have a problem. Now, when it comes to the community and the company, those are like the two also important things for any gacha. A community, any gacha is good. I still have not found a community on a gacha that's bad, that's not welcoming to new players. The Discord is super active. If you need help, people will be there answering everything you need. The Steam reviews are awful, unexpected, because of copy problems, and the company itself I do not like. Multiple reasons. So for example, this company released the game only on Steam and mobile devices. They did not launch a PC client. So why is the reason behind not giving a PC client on day one, right? And the only reason was to not let you reroll. So if you're playing with Steam and you open with Steam, the account you create is tied to your Steam ID and you cannot log out. You can log out. You can on mobile phones, but you cannot on Steam. You might be thinking, right, Sefhi, maybe there were some technical difficulties as to why you could not, log out. No, but you can. If you launch the game from the X directly, this is a Unity game. It updates itself on the login screen. You don't need the launcher, right? So if you launch the game from the folder itself, the exe, you can log out and create a new account, and you can switch servers, and you can do everything. The only reason that they did not include a PC launch on day one was to make a reroll harder. So you're giving shit rewards at launch, you are making reroll almost impossible or super hard in PC for PC users. And then you took 7 years because you are saying, you really love this game and the universe that you are creating, but then you're going into a 0.6% gacha, which is actually half of that for the characters. So we're talking about what, 0.3, 0.4% for the character in total, if you get lucky. I don't know, I just cannot like companies like this because it does look kind of sketchy. So coming from someone who plays gachas every single day, and you guys know this, right? I play on stream every single day. We try most gachas coming out. This is a gacha that could be so much better because the co-op is fun. The gameplay is decent enough. I'm not saying it's good or bad, right? It's decent enough. It's basic, but it's good enough. Characters are unique. The art style is amazing. But then you're not letting me get those characters. And people will be like, Sefhi, you're not entitled to anything. No, you're not. Of course you're not. But why would I be here when I can go to Nike and get most characters without spending a lot of money? In this game, in Astra Knights of Veda, if I want to get most characters, I have to spend a fuck ton of money because it's a greedy shop. It's taking the shop from Hoyo, it's taking the rate from Hoyo. They're taking the worst out of the worst gacha ever and making it into their own game. And the biggest problem with this game was exactly that. They started in 2017, 2018 to make the game, and they released in 2024. When you start that early, your vision is going to be based on the games that are popular at that time, and it reflects on everything the game has to offer. Sadly, I don't think this game will survive more than a couple of years. I don't even think it will make up the money that they've spent for developing for 7 years, but this is my opinion. The game is enjoyable if you have friends to play with the whole campaign. If not, I would not recommend this to anyone, unless you just want something to play while the other big games come out. Do let me know if you guys have tried this game, if you guys are interested in playing more. I'm gonna be playing for a couple more days on stream, see where we can get. All that said, has been a bit for this one. Thank you to my patrons for making this content possible. If you want to join them, you can with the links in the description down below. Good luck with your pool dinner rates, and see you in the next one.
役立たずは楽園から追放するのみ。ブラント とノワールのショータイムです。
天地万物を切るとはこういうことだ。